Alright, we're back for the finals with our mediocre deck. Having manners, just a second. Okay. So we've got a pretty mediocre hand with a Gideon in it. I'm going to see if Gideon's good enough. Maybe honestly, I probably should have considered mulliganing this for longer, but I'm still feeling rushed from last game. Last round was very tense at the very end. Dutiful Thrall is not terrible. I would love to draw some kind of land or cheap creatures. Obviously, this is a cheap creature, but the more the merrier. Okay, Burning Tree Emissary. This guy is playing a constructed deck against me. Oh, wow. And he actually had 2 2-drops. That's pretty awesome. It's good for him, and of course bad for me. We do, however, have a aerial maneuver to let us kill one of his creatures. Alright. Because he... Oh wow, he's just saving up for an attack with full-on battalion. That is interesting. Alright, I'm gonna wait until his begin combat phase and then devour flesh him. That way he will maybe not play a haste creature if he draws one. Then I can either beckon activation or regenerate my thrall. Yeah, I was going to say, if he attacks, I'm just going to regenerate the thrall. Yeah, I'm not too surprised that he got rid of his only creature that did not have battalion. Okay, if he attacks straight up, we can beckon apparition and then double block in order to kill the bomber core. It's likely that I'll do that. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. Sadly, don't get to extort. He's still ahead on the board a bit, but we are in a situation where if we draw planes, the game gets really difficult for him. Also, he's starting to run low on creatures, but oof. Okay, is it enough? I could purge the Profane, make him discard his hand, but I feel like I'm behind enough on the board that I need to get something out there if I can. Gideon would be at 7. I would have to chump block. Okay, aerial maneuvers is not enough to make Screecher eat Warmind Infantry. I think I would have to get the Gideon out there just because it's the most powerful thing I can do. If I keep it alive, then things will start to give us options. This time I'm going to remember to +1 Gideon. Yep, I will keep the Screecher back in case, so that I can chump to keep Gideon alive if I need to. And they're both attacking me. That is odd. Does he have the guy that gives double strike, Wrecking Ogre? He has enough mana for it. That would be 10, 12. That wouldn't kill me, but it'd be bad. However, if he does Wrecking Ogre, or if he does have Wrecking Ogre, even if I chump... Yeah, I think it's better to keep this creature on the board than just chumping a 5/4. He's obviously got some kind of big creature or something. Okay, 6/5. That's a huge flying trampling dragon. Maybe I'll draw a removal spell? Maybe I'll draw a bunch of removal spells somehow? Because I need something. Okay, if I draw a removal spell that I can actually cast, that would... There aren't many of them that would be good enough. Devour Flesh, I've already seen. I have more than one of them. But he would get rid of a little guy, obviously. And Edict I don't have mana for. So I need a way to not die. If he comes at me with everything, at me, I block that, I take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is lethal. If I purge the Profane, I live. What does that mean as far as Gideon goes? He could plus 1 to go up to 11 here. I don't like it, but I'm not going to win from damage right away. I need to deal with what he's got. Obviously, exiling everything on the board would be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and purge the Profane him. Save my bat to chump. And see what this gets us to. Alright, he had a Xertos one. That would have killed me. We'll see if he's got something else. Yep, that's 11. So I tell him, good game. That is a more aggressive hand than my deck was prepared to deal with. Maybe I should have mulliganed until I got a faster draw. Let me think. Otherwise is definitely the right answer here. With all the guys he's attacking with, especially with his combat tricks, that's good for me. Definitely want to play first. Definitely need to mulligan that. I need more than one land. This hand doesn't do anything. This is a pretty good hand. It's mull to 5 after getting stomped by a deck that's too fast is not an ideal start, though. I'm going to go ahead and get Daring Skyjack, especially now that I drew Devour Flesh. That means that I'll likely be able to devour his play next turn unless he plays more than one creature. Okay, he throws in a Mugging anyway. That's fine. Alright, so we'll get Blind Obedience online. Need to start getting a way to get card advantage or something, because he's just gotten a ton more cards than us. Probably going to Devour Flesh him because we're not going to really get a better target for it. So we may as well use our mana now, as well as preserving our life total. Okay, he seems to not have green, which is good. If we get up to 5 mana, we can start doing things again. Yeah, he's definitely stuck on red. That's lucky. I'm going to put on a plains. While I don't have anything yet that requires blue, I would rather it be a surprise rather than me not using the Debtor's Pulpit land and basically tell him, oh, I really want to use my blue mana this turn. It's Aetherize. Yeah, that gets a bit obvious. Yeah, I may as well get a 5th land. That will let me extort off of Angelic Edict. Gonna start F4ing through turns. Unfortunately, he only needs a forest, and I need or a red spell, and I need a lot of things. Balustrade Spy is a good spell, though. Okay, so we got his next forest. And he would have had a bunch of pretty good red spells as well. Oh, this poor guy. I feel bad when my opponents get stuck, but you know, I get stuck too. So, okay, we're going to be able to hopefully deal with this first couple of plays. We have essentially 3 removal total. Maybe we'll just 2 him until he's dead. That's unlikely. Obviously, once he grabs a forest, he's going to start playing a bunch and be okay. But I'm going to go ahead and edict him, I think, because it's not instant speed. I will probably go ahead and play my Thrall out, which means I will not have my Debtor's Pulpit open. But if he gets in with a haste creature, that's probably okay. Okay. So, despite our rough mulligan, we're still in the game. Okay. So we've got Killing Glare, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we can use on his Tyrant. We probably want to do it now. If we saved it until his combat step, which is when we would want to save it for, there's a chance that he would have a Blood Rush guy, which would mean that he would be able to pump his guy, making it no longer targetable. So that would be bad. So we will go ahead and Killing Glare this. Again, we're not leaving open our Debtor's Pulpit, but it's way more important to kill this, of course. Okay, so now we are out of magical tricks. We have no hand. Our opponent still has a lot of gas. Things are still scary. Especially now that they'll be coming out with haste. Alright. Gorklane Rampagers. Oh yeah, them coming out with haste doesn't matter because we have a Debtor's Pulpit. So that's fine. We can start. We could trade 2 for 2. You know, us attacking and him attacking. or we can hold back the balustrades by block the goblin. The problem with that is, if he has Blood Rush, he gets to eat our guy for the cost of his Blood Rush creature, which isn't terrible, but I like my spy. I'm going to hold on to him for a bit. Also, we're ahead in the race. Not that I really anticipate that if he's still got 3 more decent spells in hand. I'm holding up the Guild Gate in hand, so it looks like we've got a trade. He's got something. Okay, so we're going to have to start dealing with some of these creatures. Alright, he's got another play. Okay, so maybe I should have traded for his goblin. That's not the best. I can play it, I can pump it. However, it would be taking 6. It would be at 7. It would stay alive for an extra turn, but it wouldn't do anything. That is, again, a lot of people's problems with Gideon, Champion of Justice, the new Gideon, is that... Oh, I need to be careful and actually use that. Is that it's good if you're ahead, but if you're behind, it doesn't do much. It's good against control decks because they can't use creature removal on it, or at least very, very little creature removal on it works. Okay, yeah, he could have Slaughter Hornet in order to kill. Okay, so we'll take 7, 9. Okay, we need to play Gideon just because there's no card in our deck that will answer his whole board presence, so we need to buy time. And this is going to be +5, so it's actually pretty decent. If he tries to ignore it, you know, we'll have a 9/9, or we'll threaten to ultimate. I think right now the card we want most is Night Watch, because it gives us 2 chump blockers. Oh no, I skipped through begin combat. I think that... Okay, that does not quite mean that we just lose, but that's pretty close. That was terrible. This is what happens if you get too busy trying to talk and don't actually look at what's happening. Now that that's happened, there's nothing that my hand can do, so I F6. I probably just gave up the game because I was talking while playing, but to be honest, there's... Alright, is there anything we can do here? Anything? No. Okay, my opponent said, yeah, that was a misclick, I know. I could attack, do him 9 damage, that's... But my opponent's got me. Our deck is too slow. However, we win 4 packs, so this is not too bad. We also won Bull Brignos, the Planeswalker. I wanted Blind's Obedience, so we got 2 Shocklands. So this was a pretty good value draft for us. I will go ahead and go, but I'll see you next time.